Welcome to the course Unix and Shell Programming. Myself S. Nagmalikraj, Assistant Professor CS Department from Vignan Institute of Information Technology. Today the session is continuation of the previous lecture number 2 from Unit 3. Topics that we covered in previous lecture is about creating of new commands. In how many ways we are going to create the new commands, we covered those topics in the previous lecture. In today's session we are going to cover these command arguments and parameters with the help of set command, shift command and program output as arguments. So in today's session we are going to cover these two topics. In previous lecture we covered this topic, creating new commands. The next topic in this lecture 2 is command arguments and parameters. This is also known as positional parameters. So command line arguments is also known as positional parameters. So these are the arguments specified at the command prompt with a command or script to be executed. That means along with the command we are going to give some arguments. Those arguments are known as positional parameters. This will act as an input to the program. So in this way we are going to provide the arguments. That means at the command line prompt along with the command, if you are going to provide the arguments, those arguments are known as command line arguments. While coming to location or how we are going to catch those arguments means with the help of special shell variables we are going to catch those arguments. Now let us check how we are going to write those positional parameters and how we are going to catch those positional parameters with some examples. Assume this is the command. For that command I am writing here nearly more than 10 arguments. Argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that. After that command I am writing these arguments. That's why we are saying command line arguments, because specified at the command prompt with a command. So while at the time of execution with the command or any shell script, if you are providing any arguments, those arguments are known as command line arguments. Now how we are going to hold these arguments that we are provided in the command prompt means, consider here the command name. We can hold this command name with the help of $0. So this $0 is nothing but special shell variable. Now how we are going to catch this argument 1 means with the help of $1. If you print the $1, or it will print the value that is present in the argument 1, or if you want to hold the argument 1 with the help of $1, it is possible. So if you want to catch this argument 2, the shell variable is $2. Similarly for argument 3, $3. For argument 4 with the help of $4. If you want to hold the argument 5 with the help of $5, it is possible like that. Argument 6 or $6. For argument 7, $7. For argument 8, $8. For argument 9, $9. For argument 10, $10 like that and so on. If we have only 4 arguments, $1, $2, $3, $4 is enough. If we have 20 arguments, from $1 to $20 we need. Like that, if you want to catch those arguments with the help of special shell variables only, it is possible. So always $0 contains the command name or script. Remaining arguments is $1, $2, $3 like that. If you print $5, fifth argument will come. If you print $8, eighth argument will come. If you want the argument 2 with the help of $2, it is possible. Now let us see. $* indicates, $* represents all arguments. If you want to see the entire list of the arguments, for example 5 arguments are there. If you want to print all the 5 arguments on the screen, then with the help of $* only it is possible. So $* indicates, it represents all arguments that we are going to provide on the command prompt. Next, if I want how many arguments that are present on the command line, or how many command line arguments are there. If you want the count with the help of $#, it is possible. So if you want to access the $#, we can get the total number of that is present on the command prompt. So in this way, $0 contains command name, and $1 and so on, $10 it contains respective arguments. If you want to represent all arguments, $* is there. If you want to know how many arguments are there, that means total number of arguments, with the help of $#, it is possible. So let us consider like that how many special shell variables are there to hold the command line arguments. So we already seen that $0, it indicates or it represents command or script. So whatever the command name you are writing, that indicates $0. And $1 to $9, it represents arguments 1 through 9. That means for $2, it represents second argument, $8 represents eighth argument, like that. $1 to $9, it represents arguments 1 through 9. Next, $10 and so on, it represents arguments 10 and further, like that. If I want to access $12 is nothing but is $12 holds the 12th argument. Based on the arguments, we are going to use this $1 or $2 or $10 or $12. If you have only 5 arguments, only up to $5 only we have to use. We already know this. $# means it represents total number of arguments, how many arguments that are present. If you want to check that number with the help of $, it is possible. Like that, $star, it represents all arguments. You are given to the command, it prints all arguments. So if it represents the all arguments, that is the meaning of $star. $, it represents process ID of a running script. So process ID of a running script. If you want to know the process ID of the current running script with the help of $, it is possible. Let us consider some example. I am creating one file named demo. So this is the file name demo. Inside the demo, this is the content present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 statements are there. Here these 7 statements are echo statements. In first statement, I want to know the total number of arguments for $# I given. Next, to represent the command $0, I want to check what is the first argument that is present for this $1. If I want to check the second argument $2, I want to know the third argument $3. What are the list that is present? I want to check for that $star. If I want to know the process ID of the script, $. So this is the code that is present in demo. At the time of execution, sh space demo. If you observe here, demo is nothing but this file name. So this is the script file name demo. Nothing but this is the meaning of $0. So $0 is nothing but demo. After that, so after the command or after the shell script name, whatever we are writing, we are consider those as arguments. So consider welcome to Unix session. So here we are given 4 words. That means we have to give the white spaces. So welcome space to space Unix space session. Like that, I am supplying here 4 words. That means 4 arguments we are providing at the command prompt. So these are known as command line arguments. We know that this one is $0 means the first argument is $1, the second argument is $2, third argument is $3, and fourth argument is $4. Now let us check what we are expecting from the first statement is the total number of arguments for $#. We know that $# represents how many arguments that we are passing. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why the answer is 4. Because in the code we are given $#. So for the $#, the answer is 4. That means 4 arguments that we are passing. Next one, to represent the command, the output is demo. Why this name came here means, here we are trying to access the $0. I want to know the command name or script name. For that we are given $0. That's why the result is demo. Now the first argument is, we know that first argument what is that $1, welcome. So here we are given $1. For that purpose here welcome came. So welcome is nothing but first argument that we are passing to the command. With the help of that $1 we are printing this one. I want to print the $2. So what is the value that is present in the $2 means 2. That way 2 value came, or the second argument came. Now if I want to trying to access the third argument, here $3 I am given. So for that Unix came. So this is the $3. We know that $3 contains Unix. After that here the list of arguments were $star. So that's why here all 4 arguments list was here represented. So welcome, second argument, third argument, fourth argument. Like that it will list out all the arguments that are supplied to the command. For that, with the help of $star, all arguments were printed here. So $star. Now last echo statement. That nothing but process ID. So the PID of the script is some 2062. Why this value came is, If you want to know what is the PID of the script, with the help of $, it is possible. So that's why the value came 2062. So like that, with the help of special shell variables, we can access the arguments that we are passing at the command prompt. Now let us see about set command. Set command is nothing but it can be used to set the values of the positional parameters on the command line. So with the help of set command, we can set the values to the positional parameters on the command line. So let us consider this example, how we are going to set the values of the positional parameters on the command line with the help of set command. So here we are writing on the command line set command set. After that I am writing here arguments 1, 2, THRE3, 4, 5, 6, like that. I given arguments, argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, argument 4, argument 5, argument 6. 6 arguments I given to this set command. So now what happened after this? It sets all the values of the positional parameters on the command line. Now in how it assigns means, this is nothing but $1, 2 is nothing but $2, 3 is nothing but $3, 4 is nothing but $4, 5 is nothing but $5, 6 is nothing but $6. This is $0. How these values are assigned means, with the help of set command it is possible. Whatever the arguments that we are passing to this set command, the set command will set the values to entire arguments. Now here we are given 6 arguments, so it will assign in this way $1, $2 to $6. Now let us see. Now I am printing echo $0. So $0 means this one. This is nothing but bash command. This is nothing but bash. $1, I want to print the $1. $1 means it had already set the $1 with 1. That means this argument. That's why 1 is printing here. Now echo $2 is there. $2. The answer is this one. TWO2. That's why this will printed here. $3 is nothing but this one. That's why THRE. This third argument is here, because with the help of set 1 we assign the values. Now $4 means FOUR4. Now here $* are given. So we know that $* means total number of arguments. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arguments are there. So that's why this count came 6. For this is the output. $# output is 6. For $* we know that it will list all the arguments that we are given to the command prompt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arguments it will print. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is entire thing output of this $. Now last one $. We know what is the output of $. Is nothing but process ID of the script. Though the answer is 2043. So this is the output of $. So in this way, echo space $0, $1, $2, $3, $4, $#, For these are the respective outputs. So this is all about set command. Now let us see what is the meaning of shift, how it will affect on the positional parameters. Now let us see here. So shift is nothing but it is used to shift the position of the positional parameters. So how we are going to shift the positions of the positional parameters. So let us consider this example. With this example, we can get the clear idea how we are going to shift the position of the positional parameters with the help of shift operator. We know that with the help of set, what we will do? We are assigning the values for these arguments that we are passing here. We know that this argument is $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, and last one is $6. We know that ultimately this is $0. After this one, now I am trying to access echo $1. We know that $1 contains ONE1. So the answer is 1. That means $1 contains first argument. So now let us check what happens after the execution of shift space 2. Nothing but it will shift two position of the positional parameters. Now $1 will starts from here. After that $2. After that $3, after that $4. Why this came means, why $1 is pointing to this argument means, here we are shifting two positions of the positional parameters with the help of shift space 2. That's why in previously $1 holds the argument 1, now $1 holds the argument 3. Let us check. If you want to print the echo space $1, the output is THRE3. Before the shift operator, $1 contains ONE1, this first argument. After shifting the two positional parameters, now if you are trying to print echo space $1, the output is THREE3. That means third argument here. Because we are shifting the two positions, that's why $1 is pointing towards here. Similarly, if you want to print the echo $2, so $2 is pointing here, $3 is pointing here, $4 is pointing here. If you want to shift the positions of the positional parameters through shift, it is possible. If you write shift 1, it will only shift the one place of the positional parameter. Shift 3, it will shift the three positions of the positional parameters. So like that we can shift the positions of the positional parameters with help of shift. Now third concept in this lecture is program output as an argument. So the output of any command can be placed in a command line. It is possible with the help of command substitution. So in unit 1 we already discussed this topic, command substitution. So how we are going to substitute the command in the command line means with the help of backcodes. So with the help of backcodes we can write the command. Why we are writing this backcodes means, for example, if you write like this date command without any backcodes, shell treats like always the first one is a command. If you write inside the some sentence as there, today time and date is date. So shell never treat this one as a command. Always shell will treat only the first word as a command. If you want to execute in somewhere or in middle of the command line, we are telling the shell this is not a common word, this is the command. For that reason we have to enclose in a backcodes. So with the help of this backcodes, now shell will treat it this is a command. So while executing, what the shell will do means it will check any backcodes are there or any command substitution is there. If shell finds any command substitution, it will execute that command and it will replace that command in the command line. After that it will execute remaining process. Let us assume here echo, the argument is the time and date is, here I am writing command substitution. If you observe here, within backcodes I am writing. So at the time of execution what will happen, shell will not directly execute this echo command. It will check is there any command substitution is there. Yes, here command substitution is there. That means we are telling the shell this is the command. If there is no backcodes, what happens? Shell will treat this one as a normal word. In out we can expect the time and date is date. It will never give an output for that because shell will treat it as a normal word. But we are telling the shell this is not a normal word, this is a command. For that reason we are giving this backcodes. That is the meaning of command substitution. Now shell will execute this command and it will substitute here the output of the date command. Now instead of backcode date backcode, the output will present. Now what we'll do means, this is the ultimate answer, the time and date is, this is the output of date command. So this is the output of date command. In two ways we can represent, or in two ways we can inform the cell this is the command. One is within the backcodes we can represent, or dollar symbol within the parenthesis also we can write the command name. So here the time and date is, this is the output of date command. So this is the two syntaxes. Within backcodes we have to write command, or dollar symbol within parenthesis also we can write the command name. So these two are acceptable. So shell will treat, okay, this is the command, I want to execute first this one, after that remaining process. Here echo the list of files present in present directory is, command substitution is there. We know that list means it will list how many files are present in my current directory. So shell will first it will check is there any command substitution. Yes, here command substitution is there. It will replace the output of this command. Here assume only one file is there, that's why the answer is demo. In this way we are providing the program output as an argument. So while coming to summary, we seen that what is the need of creating new commands, in how many ways we are creating the new commands, especially with the help of alias command. With some examples also we seen that, and to remove the aliases, unalias command is there. Not only that, we also seen command arguments and parameters, how we are going to pass the arguments on the command line. With the help of set command, how we are going to set the values to the parameters. With the help of shift command, how we are shifting the positions of the parameters. Like that we have seen with some examples. And we also seen that program output as arguments with some examples. In next lecture, we are going to see about the topic is shell variables. So how we are going to write the shell variables, what is the meaning of variable, and what are the rules that we are going to follow while writing the variable name. Thank you.